Hello and welcome, students. I'm Coach Vishwajit. Let me introduce myself. I've played for India twice in under 19 level and then India under 22. I played one international match against England. I'm telling you all these things just because, besides that, I'm BCCI level A coach, qualified way back, at least 4 or 5 years back. I'm telling you all these things just because you should know that the jungle of cricket which you are going to enter, I have crossed it many times. So I know that jungle and I can show you the shortcut to cross that jungle and reach your destiny, which is to play for the country. And if you try to find your own way and through the jungle, it'll take some time because you don't know the shortcut. You don't know how to cross the jungle. I know it because I have crossed it. I played all level of cricket. Besides that, I've got a lot of research which I want to share with you. I've researched with a lot of biomechanic experts like Alex Notre, Sam Loverley, James Kestleg, Paul Felton, Coach Campo, B. Arun, Shyam, Vallabhji. These are all great biomechanic experts who tell you how to do things properly. What is biomechanics? Bio means your body, mechanics means your movement, your body levers. And to use it properly is biomechanics. So if you follow me, I'm sure you will. I'll show you a shortcut to reach your destiny. We'll start our videos with pace bowling just because pace bowling, your fast bowling opens the lock of a match. And we'll break the fast bowling sequence into 5. Actually, I break it into 10 parts, but now we'll be breaking it into 5 main points, and you have to remember those points which are very important and efficient. The first point, first sequence we are going to take today is about the grip, how to hold the ball, because in fast bowling, first thing is you hold the ball. So how do you hold the ball properly is your 2 fingers up and the thumb all resting on the seam. Why on the seam? Because you get a better grip. If you put a little wider, you in a new ball it might slip, but if it is resting on the seam, it is better. And you should always be careful that you have 1 finger gap here and 1 finger gap here between the ball and the web. Why? Now I'll be asking you why and I'll be showing you how. This is a proper coaching. So we have this gap here because we usually it's an ideal grip. You get a better flip with both the fingers having little gap here, 1 finger gap here. And why a gap here? This is because your ball should be gripped from the base of the finger. If I have a gap, 1 finger gap here, you see the ball is right from the base of the finger. You're gripping it right from the base of the finger. There is no gap here. Now I put my finger here and put 2 fingers here. Now you see there is a gap here. The ball is not from the base of the finger. There is a gap here also, which should not be there. This is because when you flick the ball or when you flick the ball towards the target, you have a full rotation or backspin through your fingers. When you flip it, now see my ball is right from the base of the fingers. It is rolling throughout the length of my fingers. If I am having it here this much, we'll be putting this much of backspin. Backspin is very important to swing or seam the ball and for pace also, which we'll learn later. So is it clear? We hold the ball upright like this to keep the seam upright, straight. If it travels like this, then only it will swing. You tilt it towards slips, it is an outswing ball. And if you tilt it this way, it is an in-swing ball. We'll also learn how to release a ball for swing and seam differently. Very few bowlers are doing it. Anderson does it. and there were a lot of Indian bowlers. We'll discuss it later when we go into that sequence of release, swing, seam, and all. So this was my introduction and the first video about grip, why it should be upright, why we should hold from the base of the and how to do it with one finger gap here, one finger gap here, and it should not be tight. This is also very important. You cannot hold the ball very tight. If you hold it very tight, your entire wrist becomes stiff and tight, which doesn't help in flicking the ball or releasing the ball or putting backspin on the ball. I think I've covered everything here about the grip and rest. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the social media. One of the reasons I'm introducing these videos is there were a lot of questions and queries about I've seen this video, that video, YouTube video, and they get confused what to do. You see, I call it smart and idiot. Idiot is spelling of idiot is IDIOT. I is for internet, D is for derived. Then again, I is for information, own treatment. This is idiot. You go to internet, you derive something, some information, you own it and you treat it. You don't judge it. And the smart way of doing is SMART, S-M-A-R-T. Search the matter, search, S is for search, M is for matter, A is for analyze, which is very important. Analyze, right, R is for right or wrong, and then start the treatment. T is for treatment. So this is the right way of doing things. So students, I'm floating these videos just to do correct things in your life, and especially in cricket. For example, there are a lot of questions about how to learn backspin. People do these kind of drills advised by good coaches and good international players, but this is not good. Do we deliver the ball like this? No, we deliver it this way. We flip it forward. So how to do these drills? We flip it up, developing backspin on the ball. This is for in swing and this is for outswing. See, I'm bowling an in swing, and if I bring it here, I'm flipping it here. And if I'm bringing it here, I'm flipping. You can do it at your home also. Flip it, flip it. What we are doing exactly is developing backspin on the ball. Do you follow? I can repeat it. We flip it forward, and what drill we are doing, we're flipping it back. It won't help you. Similarly, I have seen to develop arm speed, they sit down and do this drill. Which drill? This is not good. I'll give you a few drills which develops your back foot landing, your front foot landing, your weight transfer, and entire circumduction of your arms with speed, which is the correct drill. We start with pre-delivery stride, back foot landing, front foot landing, and here we are developing arm speed, back foot landing, correct front foot landing, and correct takeoff or pre-delivery stride. Yeah, there are a lot of names for it. I give it a simple name, which is takeoff. Is it clear? And then I have developed a few gadgets which helps you in developing swing and backspin. See, this is a flat ball. This also helps you to keep your seam upright like this. This is for outswing and this is for inswing. You know how many revolutions or rotation or backspin do we put while bowling? In fast bowling, it is almost 1000 RPM, rotation per minute. And you know that spinners have more RPM. They have, international spinners have, almost all good spinners have 2000 to 3000 revolutions on the ball per minute, which is called RPM. They bowl like this or like this. So you can develop your wrist work with these kind of ball. This also helps you not to roll your wrist this way. So I'll be introducing a lot of things and gadgets which I have researched and developed, which should benefit you. That is the basic purpose of floating these videos. Now I would also like to show you how to build your career. This is basically, I'm talking about UP and Lucknow. How do you get selected? This is the beginning of your selection process. Local selection trials. Local selection, we have trials here. We select 60 boys, we make 4 teams, and then again you have matches. Matches and performance. This is very important. Performance. Here also selection matches. Those who perform are selected for district team. They play inter-district matches, and those who perform then again are selected for regional team, and then they have inter-regional matches. There also who performs is selected for 60 boys for the state team, and then again out of that 60 boys 4 teams are made, and they are again made to play matches, which is again a selection process. So basically we play to perform. For this also I have developed a pyramid, how to play and what was the common performing factors of all great players, either bowler, wicket keepers, batsmen. They all have these common factors. Correct? What they do? They play matches to perform. If they don't perform, what they do? They analyze. I got out. How I got out? Here they analyze, and then they practice for that mistake, and then again they play matches to perform. Even if you score a century, in analyzation we remember how we played, what was our mental status, what was our mental planning, and how I planned my innings, how I built my innings. See, that is about success. And if you're not unsuccessful, then also you practice for the same thing. This is a correct way of practicing. Post-match analysis and practice for the shortcomings in the match, or whatever you have done, you make it much stronger. Where you do it? Proper practice. Purposeful practice. Practice should be purposeful. And then again you have to perform to climb the ladder of success. Is it clear? I hope. Few people, you might not go through these trials where in districts or in other states where you have direct selection matches. What are selection matches? You have we have groups of under 14, under 16, under 19, under 23. So they have matches, and those who perform are selected for district team, and those who perform in inter-district matches are selected for state team, and then in interstate matches those who perform are selected for the country. This is the process throughout the world. So the most common thing is what? Performing. I'll be introducing a lot of P's. Here also it is all P. Play matches, post-match analysis. P for practice. P for performance. I think we are done. We'll be introducing the next sequence of fast bowling, which is the run-up. Thank you. We will be joining for the next episode.